Hi folks, you're welcome back. This is 24th February 2025 and this is the commentary for the dollar and foreign currency. I'm going to be taking you guys through my top-down analysis for this week and especially what I'm looking at on the dollar and dollar associated pairs. It's important to note that I usually start analysis on the dollar index because the dollar index is the benchmark asset for all the dollar and dollar associated currencies. This then tells us that it's important for us to understand the relationship between the dollar and the foreign currency. So for purpose of some of you who are completely beginners, I just want to emphasize on the relationship between the dollar and foreign currency. Again, if the dollar is bullish, we know that foreign currencies like the Euro USD, the GBP USD, the NZD USD, the AUD USD, they are going to go opposite of the direction of the dollar. So if the dollar is bullish, all of those guys are going to go bearish. And if the dollar is selling, they are going to buy, they are going to go long. All right, so that's as basic as possible. Then I think it's important for us to also look at the economic calendar on forexfactory.com so that we anticipate high or medium impact news events unfolding across the weeks. So you can see this is Monday. You are looking at the time the event is happening, the currency, the impact is going to be coming up on. So on Monday, we have only about medium impact on the euro. All the boxes that are colored orange are medium impact. That's what it means. It means that we should anticipate a medium impact on the specific currency, Euro USD. At what time? At the 9 a.m. My Forex Factory is set for GMT +1. So you may need to reset yours to reflect your country's local time. Okay, then you can see also all the yellow boxes are indicating low impact. So we may have a very slow day today because today is Monday, and Monday usually we have a very small average price delivery on Mondays. So when you look at Tuesday, you'd see that we have a high impact and a medium impact unfolding around 3 p.m. on the dollar. You can see the dollar pair. And when you just go through all of the other days, just take note of the high and medium impact news events that are happening because we are avoiding high impact news events like the NFP, CPI, and FOMC. It's not worth it for you to put yourself in an emotional roller coaster just because you want to get it fast, because when these events are happening, they induce speedy price delivery on the assets you are trading, and when you get it wrong, it can be brutal when you get it wrong. So we discourage all beginner traders from trading the news. Just focus on trading in every normal price action day, with the exception of trading during NFP, CPI, and FOMC. You don't have to trade these days. Just be on the sidelines and study what price action is doing. So I see that this week we're going to have a very interesting New York session because almost every New York session has a high impact on the dollar. You can see on Friday 1:30 we have a high impact on the dollar. On Thursday we have high impact on the dollar around 1:30 p.m. On Wednesday we have medium impact on the dollar around 3 p.m. That's New York session. On Tuesday we have a high impact on around 3 p.m. also on the dollar. All right, so Monday may pose a very small or slow price delivery. Then let's look at the dollar index. And guys, I need you to do me a favor. All of you following me on this channel, I'd like all of you to go and follow our second YouTube handle for the trading floor. You can see it here, Carries Trading Institute. It's really an amazing YouTube channel. This is where we show you a real trading floor experience. This is not just trading as a single person. This is trading from the trading floor, Carries Trading Floor. And we're putting up a lot of insightful, educating content that's going to inspire you to want to trade on a trading floor with a team of professional traders. That way you have a taste of what it feels like to trade on a trading floor. So all of you, please show us some love. Go and follow the YouTube handle, Carries Trading Institute. I'm going to drop the link for this YouTube handle on the description of the video, and you can also join our Telegram community for free signals. Make sure you are joining the Telegram community for free signals on the description of this video. We're starting our top-down analysis from the higher time frame, specifically the monthly, the weekly, and the daily time frame, because that's where the main driver of liquidity is residing. The higher time frames are where institutions position their liquidity, and they will always trade into those drawn liquidity on the higher time frame. All right, those of you who've been following my analysis, you would notice that previously we've been anticipating a bullish dollar, even though I told you guys that we want to see the dollar trade into this internal range fair value gap, especially because we saw the dollar created a shift of market structure after taking a liquidity below that low. The dollar created a shift of market structure bullish, creating a bullish breaker and a fair value gap right at the breaker. All right, this is an internal range liquidity, so we'd like to see price move from external to internal and internal to external. So that's what's happening currently on the monthly time frame. Price is trading into that monthly drawn liquidity, the fair value gap. Then we look at the weekly time frame. You would see that that same fair value on the monthly. Let's outline the drawn liquidity on the monthly, since that's where we're looking to see price trade into. We want to see price tap into that fair value or even give us a deeper retracement below this fair value gap. There's also another IOFED, fair value by the right and fair value by the left. The dollar may trade as low as that level before it starts buying. However, I'm confluencing the breaker with the fair value gap, and I want to see the dollar trade into that level, then give us some more confirmation to buy the dollar while we sell foreign currency. But at the moment, we'll be selling the dollar until we get to that level. Then we see more confirmations. Then on the weekly time frame, you can see clearly that last week we saw the dollar, traded into a bearish order block that was created right here. The dollar expanded lower, created a bearish order block. Then last week we traded into the bearish order block, then we expanded lower, and this week we have opened higher, and we're selling the dollar. We want to see the dollar sell into that draw liquidity. On the daily time frame, we are focusing on market structure, and you can see clearly that we have a bearish market structure on the daily time frame. If you take a look at this without the candle wicks, you'd see that price action created a shift of market structure bearish. We had a failure swing here and shift of structure bearish. Price traded back into the bearish breaker with the fair value gap right there, created another expansion, traded into the bearish order block right here with the fair value gap right there, created another expansion lower, traded into internal range bearish mitigation block right here. All right, now remember I mentioned that for every expansion we like to see price retrace into internal range fair values or other blocks. So you see price traded into the internal range mitigation right here, mitigation block. We expanded again and price tapped into this mitigation block as well. Okay, even though we see the dollar had created a fair value gap right here, and this will have been most preferable for me to see the dollar trade into the fair value gap before we sell into the lower draw liquidity residing below. You see that equal lows here, or relative equal lows on the 1 hour, is where I'm looking to see this guy. So I really want to see the dollar trade into that daily fair value gap, that drawn liquidity on the daily, the fair value gap. When it taps into that level and creates a confirmation, we're going to sell the dollar from here while we start to buy the euro, the GBP, and the foreign currency. This is what I'm looking at on the dollar index, and until the dollar is ready to start moving, we're not ready to start doing anything on foreign currency because the dollar is the main driver. Failure to patiently wait for the dollar to get ready is going to put you in a market where you're constantly losing because you're chasing price action rather than waiting for price to get to your point of interest. All right, to get to your point of interest. This was last week price action. I actually called this dollar sell around this fair value with a bearish order block right here, that bearish order block with a fair value gap, was where we looked to sell the dollar, and the dollar traded into that level. We sold the dollar from this point into the drawn liquidity. Those of you who are in my private mentorship, I'm sure you must have benefited from this analysis we had last week. We sold the dollar right there. This was price action entirely for the previous week. This was what we did. Waited for the dollar to get into that. Remember, we're selling in the direction of order flow. Order flow is bearish, and we're confluencing structure with order flow. If you trade structure against the order flow, you're going to lose money. But if you trade structure in line with the order flow, then you're going to make a lot of money, because you're trading in the direction of the higher time frame trend. Okay, my friends, those of you who are looking to join me for more insight, more precise strategy, you want to learn my advanced trading models for making money in trading, I want you to check the description of the video. You're going to see a link for my one-on-one mentorship. Just send a DM, and my personal assistant is going to assist you and get you onboarded for my one-on-one mentorship. And if you can't afford one-on-one mentorship, you can even join the regular mentorship. And if you can't afford even the regular mentorship, that's why I teach completely for free on YouTube. Just keep learning until you can afford to join the private community, where you get access to specific trading models, advanced trading models, profitable and proven trading models, also with free signals, because you are in the community. All right, my friends, let's call it a day today. Until next time, wish you good luck, good trading, stay safe.